ScouterStan. Not everyone is ready for scouting. I know. Your jaw just dropped, okay? I did say that. Let me say this again. Not everyone is ready for scouting. There are some incredible youth out there that scouting, believe it or not, would be a waste of time. Now, let me clarify this. Think about it. Personally, I believe that every youth in scouting benefits from scouting. There's a lot of character building, moral training, and leadership that's taught to youth. There are some exceptions. However, particularly when you're dealing with candidates, okay, and parents, you'll have parents say, scouting is not the best suited for my child. They'll actually say that. And I'm kind of stunned by that, but I want to clarify that. I want to find out why they think that. And that is very important to understand. But there are 3 groups where this falls into play. Youth fall into several categories where they would not be a good match or assumed to not be a good match. The first one is gifted. They actually have an incredible natural talent for music, art, math, physics, science, sports. These youth are on a path towards something different in their lives. They are using an incredible natural talent that they have, and they should be encouraged along that path. Now, that's not to say that they wouldn't do great in scouting, but they may find it to be a distraction. The second one is a calling. They have a religious faith that is calling them to a different path. That happens. Having a religious conviction can be distracting from a lot of other things that go on in life. Now, we all know that that's for the good, but having a religious conviction can preclude almost everything else in their lives. The third is a perception, and that's really temperament. Sometimes a youth's temperament is not conducive to a learning environment. Now, keep in mind that this is extremely rare and often very temporary. Although if the youth has already adopted criminal thinking and accepts a predominant behavior norm that is disruptive. Although scouting is often used successfully to rescue endangered youth such as these. My own father was rescued from a criminal environment that he grew up in, and scouting saved his life. Now, one thing I want to make perfectly clear is that impaired or disabled youth can benefit greatly from scouting. Don't be too focused on what they can't do, but rather what they can achieve. Parents are a critical part of participation of their children. They need to be involved. We have said this over and over again, and it's important to understand that a lot of parents cannot join scouting and make it better. All too often as scout leaders, we often work more with the adults, the parents, than we do with the youth. Now, we've had a lot of difficulties with youth in the United States. So it's important that we work together and help America's youth achieve. There are some extremely rare and usually temporary instances where they cannot participate in scouting. Thankfully, the majority, the extreme amount, 90 to 95%, do not fall into this category. We need to be vigilant. We need to really go out and talk to the parents and make sure that they are giving scouting a fair look at as far as a program for their youth. And I know, you do a lot of work for scouting. So please keep up that work, and I'll see you on the trail.